Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. It's Joe. And this is February 14th through the 28th, 2021. Love, relationship, romance reading. What's going on in your relationship? And again, of all days, February 14th, Valentine's Day to the 28th. This isn't going to be for everybody. That's my disclaimer. I always feel like I need to say it's not going to be for everybody. If it's for you, you'll know it, right? You'll know it. So you won't question that. But if it's not for you, you know, there's always another message and another time that might be better suited for you. So stick around and check me out some more and some of my other videos. You know, remember that, you know, if it's not for you, don't take it. If it's for you, claim it. All right, claim it. So we're going to pull some cards, you versus them, and then we're going to kind of see what the story is. Keep in mind, this isn't an exact template as far as the time frame goes. Yes, I have dated it the 14th through the 28th, but that's a general time frame, so keep that in mind, okay? Sagittarius, this is your love, romance, and relationship tarot reading, and let's find out. Ooh, okay. Seven of Cups, Sagittarius, the Empress, Two of Swords, and the King of Wands. Alright. I've had a lot of King of Wands in my new series of readings here. Ten of Swords for your person. King of Cups. Now keep in mind, I don't read I do read reversals, but not in videos. And I feel like intuitively, if it needs to be read in reverse, you know, that's just how I interpret it. I read tarot differently than some people that you're used to. Nine of Swords. Wow. Okay. So a lot of worry in this relationship. A lot of. I feel like the two of you are not communicating very well. And there's a lot of worry about where this relationship is going, okay, Sagittarius? But I want to pull a couple of these before I get into the reading. And you have chopped wood, and your person has the never-ending story. Yeah. So I feel like there's just not the communication. The lines of communication are not, really aren't there. And I feel like your person here, they have the King of Swords, and I feel like they're kind of, I feel like they're being a little vindictive with that King of Swords. But we're going to talk about that. And a blessing of protection for you, Sagittarius. And a blessing of forgiveness for your person. So, okay. It's very, like I said, this feels like that there is like a lot of, there's something that is not being communicated properly. That's the way I see this. Or somebody doesn't want to hear what the other person has to say. But we have the Nine of Swords here, okay? This is the overall, you know, card for this reading for both of you. This is really just being very restless, worried, you know, agitated, you know, the anxiety. There could be even some depression over this situation, some fear, doubts, negative thoughts, you know, those types of things are kind of coming through. This is like what has been going on. And, you know, you have the Seven of Cups and the Empress. And those are the first two cards I want to talk about before we get to these other two. Because I feel like you're going to... I feel like you are going to be in this, like this to me is like a little bit of a long-term situation. I don't feel like this is getting resolved completely anyway, anytime too soon. When I say that, I mean, you know, this could be kind of dragging on into March for you, this situation, but there just isn't any communication, Sagittarius. Like, you know, there's something you want for this relationship. There's something you want. There's something you see for this relationship that you see would be good, or it's what you want out of the relationship, or it's what you are trying to put into the relationship. Either way, you know, and your person they're having a hard time understanding that, but we're going to get into your person in a minute. But you know, the Seven of Cups here, sometimes this just, you know, quite literally can be about having just this overactive imagination and not seeing things clearly, not having clarity. But I feel like, you know, I feel like the Seven of Cups represents a number of things that you have experienced in life, and you really now you want something different for your life. So I think this is like you kind of looking back. This to me almost is like you reflecting on your past here and looking at the different things that you've had in your life, right? And I really feel like that's what this card is about. And I think you're looking at that and saying, you know, I want something different. So the Empress is here, and the Empress is the card of fertility, quite often about children, childbirth, or bringing, it doesn't have to be about children or childbirth, or bringing, but it could be about birthing anything new into your life, right? So the Empress is about, it could be about creative endeavors too, and the Empress can be about creating something from scratch. It could be about starting something new, and you know, starting from the very beginning, and like this is like the conception of what is to come. So like this is a lot of different things in this card, but I do feel like Sagittarius, I feel like for some of you it's like I feel like maybe you actually, Sagittarius, whether you're male or female, want either a child or more children. I do feel like that's kind of what you want for this relationship, or you want to probably, if it's not that, you want to kind of take the next level in the relationship commitment. You know, that's kind of what could be the alternative meaning to this for me, the way I see this. But I do feel like the majority of the feeling I get is like somebody here, and this could go either way, you or them, but I feel like it's you, Sagittarius, whether you're male or female. You want to bring something new into your life, into your relationship, and that is a third party, which is probably a child. Okay, that's just exactly how I'm kind of taking this reading, but it can go any number of ways, right? And you have the Two of Swords here. You're not able to get your point across to your person, and I feel like I do feel like this is kind of gonna drag on for a little bit. I think that this is like something that your person feels like you're always wanting to talk about, or you're always bringing up, and you're always working on trying to you know, say, hey, this is what I want. I really want this. This is what I want to bring into our relationship, into our life. And your person saying is you never stop talking about it. So I do feel like, you know, the Two of Swords here, you don't know how to get your point across. I think you have kind of grown tired of feeling like your feelings and what you want, how you feel, is not being validated by your person. And the King of Wands here also. You have the King of Wands, and your person directly underneath you has the King of Swords. So I do feel like you're like trying to force this situation with the King of Wands. I feel like you're deliberately trying to force some change to happen about, you know, your point of view being validated, or them you know, saying okay and giving in. I feel like you're being very, very Sagittarius, I don't want to say pushy because I don't want to make you mad, but I feel like you're being very, very determined in this. But the Two of Swords, I feel like you are trying every which way you can to communicate to your person. Okay? This is something you've been working on for some time. This Chopwood card, a lot of times is the card of work, doing work, being busy. Sometimes it's about being busy just to get some frustration and some stress off your back. You know, that's the alternative meaning here. But I think really this is you being busy, like really working on trying to get your person to understand your point of view, okay? And, you know, they have the never-ending story. They're really kind of like, this is exhausting me, okay? I feel like that they feel like you are exhausting them with this. And that's really what the Ten of Swords is about. This isn't about a betrayal or getting 10 knives in the back, like somebody did something really vindictive. I feel like this has just worn them down. And with the Ten of Swords, I feel like they're just kind of like exhausted by it. But I feel that they are also kind of, they're kind of willing to hear hear you out or counter offer anyway something to you. So they have the King of Cups. I feel like they really do kind of try to counter offer, like say, you know, not right now, but this time next year, or at this point in our life, or they're trying to say, you're trying to say that this is not the time for that, and or you're trying to formulate a way to communicate an alternative resolution to this, because I feel like you love your person, they love you, but you know, you don't want to be pushed or feel like you're being bullied into something that you don't want for your relationship. The Nine of Wands is here too, and so this is the card of like, okay, this is a battle. This is kind of your person here with this Nine of Wands. It's like they've been fighting you on this. This is a battle. This is like, and not a physical battle, but this is like going back and forth. And I feel that your person is probably going to feel like they are coming out on top in this with the Nine of Wands. You know, it's like I feel like their King of Cups and the Nine of Wands is really going to maybe convince you to back off a little bit with this. I don't know. You know, this is kind of a really weird reading for me, the way that a couple of these cards come out. But you know, the King of Cups, you're going to, like, I think propose you know, an alternative or counter offer here. But with the Nine of Wands, it's like you're done fighting over this, but you're gonna feel it could be you or them, but they're done fighting over this, is what I want to say. They don't want to fight about this anymore. They're tired, they're exhausted, and they might feel like that hopefully getting this point across to you, or proposing this counter offer, or an alternative for the time being, is going to help them you know, kind of put this away for a while. And so they might feel like they're the ones coming out on top in this, you know, and maybe they are. I don't know. Because I don't feel like this is like over right away. I feel like this goes on for a little while. And then the King of Swords right here. You know, some of this, I feel like they might be a little bit vindictive, and other parts of this, I feel like they're being very direct, and you might take that as they're being kind of cold, but they're not trying to sugarcoat how they feel. I think that they're being very direct, and you're being kind of like you're being very determined to get what you want and to get your point across, and they're being very direct about what they do and don't want right now in February for this relationship. It's like they're not ready to talk about whatever it is that you have on your mind about changes in your relationship, the big changes that you want for your relationship, okay? So I do feel that this is going to be one of those things that's going to continue on for a little bit. I think that, you know, your person has a blessing on forgiveness. So, you know, maybe they feel maybe this blessing on forgiveness is here because they need to really they really need to open themselves up. If they feel like something was done to them in this relationship, maybe they're holding a grudge, and so I feel like that they need to release that. And so you might do an affirmation that their heart is open to receiving, being able to receive the ability to forgive, or they're able to forgive, or they're able to receive forgiveness. However, whatever it is, you know, not me, that this blessing of forgiveness, you might do some affirmations and some meditation, and to try and envision that for your person, because I feel like there's something that needs to be forgiven here, whether it's between you two or not. But now, and that forgiveness could be something to do with their past as well. And you have a blessing of protection, okay? So that's a great card to have come out. It's because your heart's being protected. I feel like your heart is being watched over, and I think that this is something that's really important, because this is something that you want very much for yourself, but you have the potential here, if you push too hard, to end up very disappointed. And so I think Spirit is communicating to you, or trying to guide you to maybe pull back a little bit, not to be too forceful or pushy about your point of view and things. So overall, this is a to be continued story. It isn't over. There's still some things that have to be worked out, but This is kind of an interesting battle with the King of Wands and the King of Swords. It's like there's some very determined energy here. There's you being very determined and trying to, push this through. Like, this is what I want and this is what we're going to do. And your person is being very determined about how they feel. And they're communicating that finally at the end of the month. And I think that that's what finally breaks that communication barrier that has not been happening. And so I think maybe by the end of February or early March, that communication barrier is removed. I feel that your person kind of opens up. They're able to communicate very clearly with you. And I feel though that you're able to communicate clearly with them as well. There's just something where your person, I don't feel like, is very receptive to that right now. And you have to respect that. And, when the time is right, it'll be right. But I do feel that there is like this communication barrier that is lifted, and you're able to move on and actually start to work out a solution to your problem in this situation here, Sagittarius. Very weird reading here, and I was getting a lot of weird things that I didn't say because I didn't feel like would be appropriate for the reading. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. If this was for you, it's not going to be for very many people, but if it was for you, that's awesome. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. If you're new and it wasn't for you, that's okay. Stick around, give me another chance. I put out a lot of videos, and you might find that the next one hits home for you. Okay. All right. I will see you in about a week, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.